All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Alessandro Liu with Dream Team here, Ds Domination Hangout. It is awesome to have so many people here, and we're excited. We've got an all-star lineup with some great people here that have amazing testimonies of how simple it was to get started in Ds Domination. Yes, I do see. Well, let me get on the chat here. Yes, I do see it. Oh, let me double check that. Okay, perfect. And so if everybody can hear me, if you could just type in yes on the chat box, and that way I want to make sure I'm not talking to nobody, that somebody can hear me. My admin panel will be able to hear me, and we are on just a little bit of a delay. As soon as that delay pops in, people should start hearing me. All right, we got people that can hear me. That's awesome. Okay, so once again here, my name is Alessandro. I'm with the Dream Team, and this is Ds Domination Hangout. And like I mentioned before, we have an all-star lineup, and we're really excited with everyone that we have here. If you were invited to this Hangout, you definitely want to listen up. We got some really cool information. But at the end of this Hangout, you do definitely want to get with the person that invited you to the Hangout, and from there you can get more information about how Ds Domination works. We are a team within Ds Domination called the Dream Team, and we have just a whole array of different types of people making all different types of money, which is really cool. Just real quick, what Ds Domination is. Ds Domination is an online training platform that teaches you how to drop ship using third-party or using product sourcing like Amazon and eBay and stuff like that. And what's really cool is because all drop shipping basically doesn't involve you housing any kind of inventory. So what you're doing is taking information from one product source and you're displaying on an online auction site like eBay. With that being said, the startup cost is very minimal. Actually, you don't actually have to keep any inventory. It is a $19.95 training program that also gives you a bunch of software that could almost make this fail-safe for anybody. I was just mentioning to the panel earlier that there is a listing integration software that has come out that actually helps monitor your listings when the price fluctuates and whatnot. But with all that being said, my story, our story, my wife is Kenya. We actually got started when Ds Domination started back last August, so we've been in 1 year now, and it has been an amazing year. We've seen selling my first alarm clock on eBay with a $6 profit to going all the way over to six-figure income, both on the affiliate side and drop shipping side of Ds Domination, which has been really cool and exciting. But it all started out with listing items on eBay and selling those items using the platform that we learned in Ds Domination. What we have here, we have an all-star lineup. We have people that have stories that are so relatable to just what we do on an everyday basis. And so what I want to do is I want to get right into this I want to get right into these panelists now. Our first person is Andrew, and Andrew, really unique. We met for the first time at the event in Las Vegas, which was back in May of this year, and you know, you got started, and I just remember you, Andrew, from the very get-go. Your attitude was no holds bar. It's like, I got to make this thing work, and you know, you found a way to get to the event because you knew it was going to be great. You knew that it was investing in yourself, And when you got there, you're like, I want to do this. I got enough money to put this together. I'm going to invest in the company, and you did it. And you did it, and you have an amazing story. And so, Andrew, I'm going to let you take over. I want you to just tell me how you got started, and then tell me some of your results, and let's go from there.
Well, thanks for having me, and it's always a pleasure to say hello to you, and it was awesome meeting you, and thank you for having me part of the dream team. I'm very honored. Um, my eBay career started a long time ago, somewhat. I dabbled in selling vehicles and whatnot, and I lost all my money. So uh, that's what happened back like in 2003 or even before that. And so then I came across another company that I thought I could go do marketing for. And this person said, "Here, sell this Elvis microphone that she had." So I'm like, I could put it on eBay, sold it on eBay, made some money, and they sent me the money, and I got involved with the company and went and learned a little about MLM and built a team of 150 people, and I was the only one working. So it kind of put me in a very interesting and unique situation. Loved the product, and I sold a bunch of it, but I was the only one doing it, and so it kind of taught me a few lessons. But as far as that went, I got exposed to the network marketing industry and all that stuff, and I pretty much was doing everything by myself, and it didn't feel good. I didn't have the whole team environment and all that. But going fast forwarding to just a couple of years ago, um, I was exposed to a gentleman who does eBay for a living, and he told me about drop shipping. He said, "Here, go copy and paste and put this stuff on eBay." And I said, "What? Are you kidding me?" He said, "No, it really works, and use this TerraPeak software," and he gave me some stuff, and I saw that I was still in PayPal jail, right? And so I sold about 9 items, and I, needed my money, so I went back into construction and started doing other things. So I left it alone for over a year, and I became an iron worker. I did all sorts of stuff, and a year later, some way, somehow, I think I was on Facebook. I just happened to see something about drop shipping on eBay, and I clicked. I was just about to go start another venture with another company, and I clicked on a link and I saw the video, and I said, "Wait a minute, I I know how to do this. I bet this. I got $20 to spend on this," and so I dropped my $20 in. Excuse me. I dropped my $20 in. I said, "What do I have to lose? 20 bucks?" I went through the videos, and I think I pretty much went through them all in one night because I understood the value of knowing how to sell on eBay because you can actually make some money. And I saw these videos and I said, wait a minute, there's a lot more to this. And then I started checking everything out. I saw there was an affiliate program, and I'm one of those guys that after my first MLM experience, I didn't want anything to do with the team. I didn't want to recruit nobody and any of that. Um, and I found I could do this eBay thing from my computer and from my living room and anytime I want. So it was pretty interesting to really how I got exposed to it. And within, I guess, 1 week, maybe 2 weeks, I I had another 4 or 5 sales, and I got really excited after I started seeing some sales coming in from copying and pasting. I said, no, this is it. I'm doing this, no matter what it takes. And so I got excited, and I started doing. I was at the pro level, and mind you, I started with like 9 sales. So my first one got me to my 10. It got me my little star. I was really excited. Um, After that, I just kept on making a little more sales and kept getting more excited. And I would call eBay. I would call them and tell them, hey, look, let me tell you guys something. I want to do this for a living. This is what I want to do. And so I applied for my PayPal debit card, et cetera, et cetera, and they took notice that I was being real. I wanted to do this I was listing every single day, doing my thing, and I'd call them with any question. And I wasn't like much. I don't even part of the dream team yet. I hadn't been exposed to it yet. I just kind of signed up under whoever I signed up under, and didn't really have any leadership. So I was doing it all by myself, um, figuring it out and watching the videos and listening, watching the videos and listening. And that was just fun. Um, and I will say this, that I was in PayPal jail for a while, and I wanted to just get out. I wanted to just give me my money so I can order these people's items and send them to them. And that's what happened after about maybe, I can't say it was a month, but it was fairly quick. I started doing a lot more, and I got out of PayPal jail fairly quick. And next thing you know, I had a debit card, and my customers' money was showing up on on my card in my hand. So after that, that really solidified it for me. I said, okay, well now the sky's the limit. And speaking of limits, I only had, just like everybody else, you start with 1,000. I started getting 2,000 and then $3,000 in listing limits, and so I just kept maxing my stuff out. And sure enough, I started making some sales, and I wasn't making a ton of sales, of course, but because I still had to make a living, and so that goes into a whole other story. That me making a living was when I met you guys in Las Vegas. That was a very trying time in my life because I knew that I had to be at that event. I knew one thing for sure, that when you go to an event, when whichever company you're promoting, whatever product you're promoting, there's something dynamic, something amazing about being in an event in a room full of other people that are doing the same thing you are. And so I was actually, you'll remember this, Alessandro. There was a gentleman that went up there and said, right before I joined Ds Domination, he was going to do those clinical studies, where they go take your blood and they give you a drug. And well, that was me. I went through that, and they paid me, and that's what got me to Las Vegas. And it was a very interesting time in my life when I met you guys, and I'm forever going to be grateful because I know my direction. I know where I'm going now because of the Dream Team and because of this opportunity that I have. That I still right now to this point, I have two people on my team. Um, One of them was my roommate because he was sitting back watching me see if I was going to have any success before he joined my team. And this other gal speaks only a lick of English, and she's um, with Ophi and them in the Spanish group, and I'm just there to motivate and encourage her because she's pretty awesome too. Um, but as far as my results and what I've learned to just have an attitude of gratitude because I have complete control of my business. If I list something, it may or may not sell, but I can list something else. I can just keep listing and taking that shot at making 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 per sale. And it's really exciting. It's really exciting to see where I'm at. I've gone from having a $1,000 limit to right now I have a $25,000 limit, and I can list 200 items.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
In the last couple of days, I made about $400. So, does it work? Anybody out there listening and trying to be like, hey, I'm going to check this out? It works.
So you're telling me you don't have a team. You don't have a big team. It's you and two other people. So you're basically very minimal on the affiliate side, but you're making money on the customer side. So roughly, how much would you say you're making per month? And just a ballpark figure. I don't give exact numbers, but what would you say on an average month?
Per month, well, let's say on average per week, if you don't mind me saying. So I'd probably go between $200 and $500 a week.
Wow.
It's easy to say. Is fair to say because it's eBay and it's sales. It's just like in any sales. You can't be sure you're gonna make a sale today. It may or may not come for 2-3 days, but you have your tools in place and you have everything in place that you can make sales.
Yeah, that's awesome. And would you say that you have all the tools available at your disposal to help you with that, like ranking your listings and all that type of stuff?
Oh my goodness. We have more than I could ever imagine. And let me just say something about that and about me. I understood once I went through my thing with my first MLM company. I understood that there was a better way, and so I bought. Some of you might know Mike Dillard. I bought the attraction marketing program. I bought into MLSP, and I understood that there's a system, and if you have a system, you can market and generate leads. You can do all that stuff. That's how the big boys play, and that's how they do it. And I bought into all that. I know how to build a blog and all that. And right now, I'm going to say this. Between the opportunity and the tools and the dream team, oh my goodness. I'm just like, I'm so excited for what's to come, because I've been positioning myself. Any leader or anybody who knows anything about marketing knows that if you position yourself in the right place at the right time, and you put some effort into it, you're going to go far. And I'm really excited and honored to kind of, I know where I'm going. You know, I know the direction of of my business, because I'm able to see it. I'm able to see the results, and I'm able to make, plans and actually achieve my goals. It's pretty exciting.
That's awesome, Andrew. That's a great testimony. I knew when we met you for the first time, I thought, wow, this guy has the drive and the drive and determination to make this thing work. And now we're seeing this a couple months later, just a living proof that you really have just walked in to what you exactly believed and said you were going to do several months ago when we first met you. So that's awesome. Very proud of you and love seeing your success on the Dream Team. That's awesome.
Thank you, Alessandro. I appreciate you guys.
All right, this next panelist is actually a grade school friend. We went to kindergarten together. Dan Crowley, man, we've kind of been in contact over the years. We kind of lost contact for almost 15, 20 years or so, maybe even longer. And then Facebook surfaced, and that's when I found you again. And then we were involved with one company, and then you got involved, but we weren't together in the other company. And then we got into Ds Domination, and you started seeing from our post what was going on. And Dan messaged me one day and says, "Hey, what's your phone number? I gotta call you. I gotta talk."
Yeah.
And so we started talking, and I don't know, Dan, take it from there. Just give us a little background of where you came from, and do it that way.
Like you mentioned, I was in another MLM, and I was kind of at the end of my ropes of trying to build teams. I didn't want to build teams, and it was right after, during the Christmas season, and Alessandro and his wife were posting all these eBay sales on Facebook, and I was like, so I followed for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I finally just said, what exactly is it? And at the time I was thinking, it can't be an MLM because they're posting their own sales and they're never really talking anything about a team. So I was like, maybe they're selling something on eBay. I don't know. So I was very, very curious, and then I ended up getting started in January, and very similar to Andrew, had low limits on eBay, and also with I was in PayPal jail, and I started in Pro, the training step by step. Although I must say I didn't totally grasp it right away. I mean, I actually had to call Alessandro and get a screen share. But that's what a good sponsor does. And then once I did that, it was pretty much off to the races. I still have not built a team, but my success has kind of been geared towards my limits being raised. At the beginning, I would call eBay every other week, and I got my limits raised really, really quick and pretty high. I can list 1,000 items, and I have 120 grand that I can list on eBay, and I think it's because I was never afraid to call eBay and at least ask, and they never told me no, so I kept calling. And then the only mistake I made was I stayed around in the starter level too long. The starter level is just that. It's there to teach you the basics, and then grow your business from there. And once I went to the next level up in Elite, things really started to fall in place for me. I averaged $600, between $600 and $800 in Pro. And the first month I was in Elite, I tripled my monthly average. And then, so that, I would say my new monthly average is 18, and that's kind of on the 1800. That's kind of on the low side. And then it just has been growing ever since. I wanted to do this because I have a full-time job, but if I could do this and do this full-time, that's my ultimate goal. And so I will buy, or I have purchased each level, and going through all the process of learning all the material and just taking it step by step. And I've done all this without having a team, and it's really worked well for me. I think everything's there for you to be successful, and that's however you want to define your own success. I think that's what's really been neat for me, is that sure, there's thousands of people doing this, but we all have our own stories and our own plans and our own goals, and everything's there for us to achieve it. And there's no time frame, and you definitely don't have a boss telling you need to do this, you need to do that. So it's all on your own time, and I've kind of gotten a little slightly addicted to it. So, and then I think that covers it. That's pretty much my story there.
Well, Dan, let's go in because I know you were in the pro level. Now, for those of you who are new to this, have never were introduced to by a friend at this Hangout, within DS Domination, there's multiple levels of that you can get to, where they teach you more and more things. They expose you to more and more product sources. So your pro level is going to be your basic. You have elite, which will introduce you to other websites, other product sources. And then you get into another one called Unleashed, where Unleashed will actually is kind of like the elite, but on steroids. And then from that point on, you get into a Monopoly. And Monopoly basically kind of takes it and turns everything upside down and teaches you how to be the seller on Amazon. And then from there, Amazon teaches you how to be the seller on Amazon without any inventory. And then Genesis is the final product so far, and that teaches you how to be a fulfillment by Amazon seller, where you're actually sending bulk orders of items over to Amazon, and then Amazon is fulfilling your orders for you. But that's later on down the line. And so, Dan, what's interesting is you were hanging out in the beginning stage for a while, the pro and the elite, and then you went to the event in Vegas that we had, where they introduced Genesis, and I think, I don't know what happened. I think you turned into a monster, but my goodness, want to talk about replacing your income. You've grabbed a hold of this thing and never turned back. Tell us a little bit about that.
I don't know. At the event, I can go back to the beginning. When I was getting into this business, I had a couple friends that sold on Amazon, and I was telling them what I was doing, and they kept always telling me, "You've got to find a way to get to Amazon." And so I was picking their brain at what it was all about. And then when they unveiled Genesis at the event, it was like a blessing, because I was looking for it. I understood it, and I just ran with it. And then my goal is to work Genesis and Monopoly together and kind of really rock it out. I have one Monopoly listing right now, and it's doing really well. I'm kind of curious to see where that goes and to see if there's some other items from the source that that I'm using for that I can really turn it up. But yes, a week after the event, I went out scanning, and something got lit. And I came out of a Walmart, and there was a store next door that was closing, and I decided to buy the store. So that started my Genesis run, and I've pretty much sold, I think, about 55% of that inventory, and I'm still working on the other 45, but I know it'll go. Some of it will go a little bit longer, and the good thing is I talked to the owner of the store, so I'm taking the 2 best-selling items I had, and I'm just going to keep selling those and rock it out.
Awesome. So again, real quick, now that you're pretty much doing a lot on the Amazon stuff, just give us a ballpark. How many items on Amazon are you selling a day, roughly?
On Amazon? Well, it's tough. I would say the average is anywhere from 8 to 15.
Okay. 8 to 15 things a day. That's awesome.
It can be more when the hot items are more in stock. When you have a hot, like I had a hot item, but I only had 15 of them, and I sold out in a day and a half.
Okay.
If for anyone that's listening, if they have experience with eBay and they think eBay is like a selling machine, Amazon is that, like, on steroids. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, if you have an item that's selling on eBay, it's going to sell maybe 5 to 7 times as often on Amazon.
Awesome.
And I think it's just my opinion. I think it's maybe a little less work.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Dan, that's awesome, man. It's been. I remember when I called you that one time, because we haven't heard from you in a while, and I called Dan and I said, "Hey, Dan, what's going on?" He goes, like, about a week or so after the event, and maybe a week and a half, or maybe it was even 2 weeks. I was like, "Dan, what's going on? We haven't heard from you." And he goes, "Oh man, I'm just rocking it out with Genesis." He's like, "How's the scanning?" He says, "Oh yeah." He goes, "I went to the scanning store, or I went into this beauty supply store, and I was going out of business, and I started scanning some items, and next thing you know, everything was showing up on Amazon, and with a huge profit." And so you ask the guy, what's the retail value of what you have in the store here? And the guy said, "Oh, it's about, what, 30,000?" he said.
Yeah.
Okay. And you offered him 5,000, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah.
And you took him like 5,600. He basically bought the entire inventory of this guy's store for $5,600, and then turned around and put it on Amazon, and I think it's would profit you about 20 grand, 25 grand. So
yeah,
that's exciting. Well, that's exciting, man. Hey, listen, real quick, Dan, thanks a lot for that awesome testimony. There were some questions that people were asking about what PayPal jail is. Basically, for those of you watching, PayPal jail is basically when PayPal holds your funds for a certain amount of time, depending on your selling history and whatnot. And so that's what PayPal jail is. It's the time when your funds get held where you can't actually take them out or anything. PayPal is owned by eBay, and they're very cautious. Most of your purchases will be done through PayPal, and so that's what that is. PayPal is a system that collects your money and then will give you your money, and they just are very cautious about making sure that everyone's on the up and up and whatnot. And so sometimes things will happen, transactions go by fast or whatever, or they'll notice a lot of activity, and then they'll just want to hold on to the funds a little bit longer. So hopefully that answers the question for those of you that are new and curious about what they were talking about. All right. Well, our next panelist is just rocking it, and has a huge influence with our Hispanic side of DSD, and rocking out affiliates left and right. And we're just excited. Ophelia, tell us a little bit about your testimony. Tell us where you're at, and let us know how you got started.
Okay, thank you, Alessandro. Hi, everybody. Well, yeah, you know, I started in October last year, and you know, I was coming from another company actually, and to be honest with you, I didn't want to do anything like this anymore. I was like, you know, I was trying to get, you know, make money, and I struggled a lot. I couldn't even build a team. I always wanted to build a team. I always wanted to make money and everything, but it was really hard for me. So I was just like, I don't want to do anything like this, you know. But I was looking for something that was going to allow me to do one thing that I've always wanted to do, because I am a single mom. So I wanted to, of course, stay at home, spend more time with my boy and everything. So I was always looking for something that allowed me to quit my job. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, let's see how it goes, because I didn't even have, you know, the money. So I was like, okay, let's see. So I started to doing it, and out of a sudden, I started to have sales, and then another sale, and then another sale, and I was like, this is really good, and this is easy. It's very easy to do. So then I just started to show my results or share my results on Facebook. And the funny thing is that people started to asking me, you know, people was approaching me and asking, hey, what is that you're doing on eBay? What is it that you're doing? Because I just started to post my results, you know, the sale here, sale there. So I was like, I didn't want to do the affiliate side. I didn't want to build a team at all. And I was just like, this is what I'm doing. I just started to, you know, show them, and they were like, okay, I want to do it. I want to do it. I'm like, really? That easy? I didn't have to chase anybody. I didn't have to beg anybody to join my team, to join, you know, with me and do what I was doing, because, as I told you, I came from another company. So it was very, very easy for me to start building a team. And I started, you know, with people who speak English. So then I started to see with one of my friends, Rocio, and we started to see that people wanted to do this, you know, Spanish people. So we were like, okay, let's help them, you know. So we started doing it in Spanish, and oh my God, it's been amazing, guys. It's just been like nothing before. I didn't imagine I could build a team. I could have people having the same or better results that I am having, people selling on eBay day and night, people who never ever made any money before, and they were struggling as well in other companies. So it's just amazing to see people grow, have the results, and say thank you because of this opportunity. Thank you to Roger, you know, all the tools are there. Everything is available for you, even though if you don't know or you don't have any experience in selling on eBay. I didn't have any experience. I didn't know nothing about this. It was totally new for me when I started. So I just went through the trainings. I learned everything that I needed to learn. Then I was willing to share it with people. And now we just hit 300 people in our team. You know, last week, but now I check and we're like 325 already. So, you know, it's just crazy. I'm just so happy to see people, and to also this is, I mean, Ds Domination has changed my life for real, because only 8 months in and doing this, thank you, Andrew, of doing this, I was able to quit my job. You know, I finally got to quit my job. I was working with this family that I love. I was a nanny for almost 8 years with them. I love the kids. They were my family. But I was like, you know what? I have a son, and I want to be with him at home. I want to show him that there is a different way that you can make money, that you can enjoy life, you know. So, and he just loves it. He likes it, and he's with me, you know. He has his own eBay account. He's having sales. He's so excited, and I mean, it's just amazing. It was so easy to begin with, just 1999 to start, and then from there everything came by itself. I didn't have to do anything marketing or whatever, that I was doing before, or and I just started to have results that I never had before. Sales, I was making money. I was finally making money, and now it's amazing to see people doing that. People that I'm telling you, they're just excited and happy about it. So I'm happy.
Awesome. That's awesome. Ophelia, how much would you say you're making on average per month doing your eBay sales, eBay, Amazon, whatever?
Well, yeah, because I'm starting to sell on Amazon too, and that's excited. And I would say, only on eBay, it's around 900 or even more a week sometimes.
Wow.
Or yes, and now with Amazon, it's I'm just starting, but still, I found some items with the app, and I just sent them in, and out of a sudden they started to sell. I had the highest price, and I sold out. So
Wow.
it's just amazing. It's crazy, and yeah, I'm just happy.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank
You've been
you.
in for 8 months now?
Now 10 months, but 8 months in, I quit my job. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to come back around to all you guys. I'm going to get to Bob, our next panelist here. And Bob, why don't you give us a little background of who you are, where you're at, what you're doing, and your success that you've seen so far. Oh, I think you're muted, Bob. But we can't hear you. Oh, now you're not muted. There you go. Talk now. We can't hear you. No, nothing yet. Do you hear me? Yeah, we don't hear you yet. Let's see here. I don't have you muted on my end. You're unmuted. Double check here. Okay, so let's unmute you here. Maybe. Okay, you there, Bob? It's like I hear something that wants to start talking, but I don't get you. For some reason, I hear like a clicking noise, like a muffling. Check your settings again. Just double check them real quick. Let's see if you got maybe it came off, or if you want to try logging out and logging back in again, you can do that too. Okay. All right, so hey guys, real quick, since waiting for Bob to get back on, there were some questions. Other people wanted to get other people opinion about PayPal jail. Andrew, just briefly, just tell me what was PayPal jail for you, and how, what exactly was it?
Well, it was interesting because I wanted to say something about that. PayPal jail, to me, it was, I had an account already, and there's some people out there who've already tried to sell on eBay or whatever. And once you have your account, you link it to PayPal, and they have their own restrictions. And if I'm not mistaken, new account within 90 days has to have 25 transactions or $250 in sales before they would release their funds, or release your customers' funds. So yes, in essence, you have to purchase the product, send it to your customer. 3 days after your customer gets the item, they will release their funds. And so I'm going to share with you guys, especially if somebody who's new, what I did to expedite that process. Because, if you're running your own business and you got people, just like it says in the videos, if you have your own store and you imagine you own your own Walmart and you have all these aisles and you have all these stuff, well, then people are going to pick stuff up and go to your counter, and you need to be that customer service rep. And so here's a little tip of what I did. After every sale, somebody would buy something from me, I would immediately contact them, because the option is to contact buyers there and send them a message through eBay that says, thank you for your order. We appreciate your business. We will have a tracking number for you as soon as your order has been put in the queue, and we'll have a tracking number for you. So I turn around and order their item. Once I order their item from my supplier, then they'll send me an email saying, hey, I think your order is doing the same thing I'm doing, and they send me an email with a tracking number, and I immediately upload it. Before, it used to be you put it in PayPal, you put it in eBay. Now it's in eBay. If I'm not mistaken, you just go and hit add, and you copy and paste it, put it in there. And after I do that, I contact the buyer again and say, thanks again for your order. Here's your tracking number with UPS or FedEx, whoever is being used. And I just keep in constant contact with my customer. And that has gotten me, right now I have a 100% feedback score, and I made 2 more sales, so I'm 5 sales away from my first 50 in feedback scores. So
that's great.
That's what I've done to keep my customers happy, and the customer is number one.
That's it. That's it. Let's go to Bob real quick, see if you can see him here. Bob, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Now there you are. There you are. All right. You're good.
Okay. All right, good. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
You got started and your
Sure.
success.
I was with another network marketing company since about 2009, and I really enjoyed the company, but wasn't, first of all, wasn't building a team like I should, because I just didn't like inviting people to, come out for business, meetings and meetings at their home and stuff like that. I wasn't comfortable, and also I wasn't earning the kind of money that I wanted, and I kept getting these emails, make money on eBay, make money on eBay, and I was like, what is this garbage? How did I get on this list? And one night in January, and I won't go into there was a reason why I opened it. I'll just thank the universe, but I opened it and I read it, and I'm like, this is for real? And I called the guy who sent me the email, who I don't remember who it was, and spoke to him. And then there was the Tuesday night webinar that I got on, and I watched Roger do his thing, and I'm like, this is the biggest no-brainer ever. I mean, literally, it was that simple. And I called a few people who I knew who were doing it, and they said, they're having success. And so I was like, for $20, I mean, what could it hurt? So I started. I called Kenya because I was looking for. I don't know how I came across her name, but I wanted to be part of a team, because I was never part of a team, like Andrew was saying, with my other network marketing company, and that was really important to me to have people to support you and things like that. And I'd seen some of the things written about you and Trent and Kenya, and how you have developed a team, and it resonated with me. And Kenya took my call, and she was amazing, and so I signed up with you guys, and the rest has been it's been an amazing journey, because I think I've definitely made more money. I've learned a lot of lessons along the way, because I was one who got caught up in, which I'm sure a lot of people do. There's a lot of choices you can make as far as things to list, and you can get caught up in trying to be too perfect, and especially when you're living to survive, like when you're focused on the result, which is I need to sell to make money. And that was one of my problems, is I was so focused on the result that I wasn't paying attention to the process. I was learning, and I watched all the trainings, and I got good at it, but I was overthinking things. And that's one of the great things about this team, is we have so many unbelievable leaders who help unconditionally. And 4 or 5 of them said the same thing, and finally it clicked in that I was really thinking too much, and then I started just listing, and sales started picking up, and I realized how easy it can be. You have to be consistent, and you have to work hard, but it's a really simple process, and it's all laid out. I mean, that's the amazing thing, is that when the other people said the training's unbelievable. Hang on one second, Cody. Go. The dog's barking at me. I mean, I've never seen a company where the leaders care so much about their team and the people who are working with them, because they just provide us with the most unbelievable information, and I think that's such comfort, because I know that no matter what happens, I have the best tools at my disposal to succeed. And so once I started focusing on the result, the process instead of the result, it like exploded. And in fact, the other day I was listing something, and I noticed that I'm now a power seller. And I called eBay, and they raised my limits to was it 300 items and $20,000, and sorry about that. And Cody, quiet. Come here. Sorry. And so yeah, he doesn't really care that I'm on a Google Hangout right now. Anyway, then can you hang on one second? Yeah, or I could finish. I apologize. He needs something, and he's not letting me go. But anyway, I've met some great people, and worked really hard, but it's been an amazing. I'm sorry. I can come back in 1 second.
Go ahead, Bob. Go ahead.
He doesn't give up.
Okay.
Probably needs to go out. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so guys, real quick, give us, Dan, give us just a nugget that you use that you think, for those new, because we got some new people on the Hangout that just signed up. We got some people that are thinking about signing up, and so give us just a quick nugget of what do you think, what's the best way to see success fastest in this company?
Watch the videos the day you sign up, and implement the videos as to your learning speed. If you can grasp it that first time through, go for it. Yeah. Don't hold yourself back. Get out of your own way.
There you go. Perfect. All right, Bob, you there?
Yeah. So I'll be quick. But then I was introduced to Genesis. I went to Elite, and then they were raising the price on Genesis, and that's just such an unbelievable option. And I felt that I needed to move forward with it, and that has really opened my eyes, because now I'm like, I have an unbelievable partner, and we talk every day, and we're talking to China and sourcing, and just the potential is unlimited, and that's what the greatest thing is you can always give yourself a raise by listing more items or bringing more, whatever it is. The only thing that can stop anybody in this business or in this company is yourself, because there is no limits whatsoever. And that's what's amazing, and what really blows me away is the people, because like I go back to the team, and I just am grateful and blessed every day because it's just so much fun to. I mean, I've only met one other person, but I'm in contact with like 50 other people, every day, whether it's on the phone or Facebook or whatever, and I really feel like I'm part of a team, and I've just started the affiliate part of it, and I feel really comfortable bringing this to people because, first of all, people can taste success. I mean, you could sign up tonight, and tomorrow morning you could sell your first item, even if it's for $3. People can taste success really quick, which you can't do with another company. And once you sell that first item, and you hear your phone go cha-ching once, it's like, oh, I can do this, and you just go with it. But you really have to be diligent. You have to be willing to think out of the box. You have to be willing to the PayPal jail thing. You just have to fight through it. I mean, I was in a situation as well, and I went to a friend and told him about it, and we opened a bank account together. He put $500 in, and I gave him 25% of my profit. And he didn't lose any money because he kept getting it back every time I sold something, but I didn't have to worry about fronting the money for, because I couldn't do that. So there's always there's always solutions to any problem, and I think that a lot of people get defeated by the PayPal jail, which it is difficult, but if you can make it through that first 90 days, and there's always ways. I mean, this is life-changing. This is, I mean, it's whatever you want it to be. And last week, I left that other company because I said I want to do this, focus on this full time because it's just been such an amazing experience and the potential is unbelievable. And I mean, this is everything. What I always say is I've been searching and searching in so many jobs, and finally I'm home. I mean, this is my home. This is my family. I'm up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning working. I mean, I'm nonstop because I just love it. And for $20, there's no reason anybody shouldn't try this. You have really nothing to lose, and a whole new life to gain if that's what you're looking for.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Bob. Well, great. We've been blessed to have you as well. That's just been awesome. I want to turn to Ophelia real quick. Ophelia, can you give us, because we're getting almost here at the top of the hour, but I wanted to just address what would you attribute most of your success to as far as what's a golden nugget that you can give to those people that are watching that maybe just signed up or maybe they're thinking about signing up tonight?
I think she's muted.
Oh.
Sorry. Okay. Just get out of your comfort zone. Do it. There's nothing that you cannot do. And like you said, you're the only one who can stop yourself from doing an amazing thing. And I mean, it doesn't matter if you think you don't have the money. You get the money and you do it. Because if you get the money to do some other stuff that's not going to give you anything or are not going to do you anything good, then you need to get money to do this because this is going to change your life like you never thought before. So just do it. Get out of your comfort zone. Believe in yourself because you were meant to be a leader. You were meant to do great things. So, and I always say to my team, we are made to God's image, and just that right there is powerful. So use your power. Don't, just do it, and don't listen to the haters because they're always going to be there. And if you have haters, it's because you are doing something that they're not doing and they want to do but they don't, they just don't want to do it. So that's it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is so true. What I always like to talk to people about when they first get started is the training videos. Absolutely, the training videos. Go there step by step. One thing also is getting plugged into like these Hangouts, and then also the training Hangouts, the training webinars that Roger does. DSD does training webinars. I think they're every other week now. I'm not sure if they're still every other week or how they do that. But if you're plugged into the Dream Team, you will be getting the email notifications You know, we do have the Facebook group as well that just is a plethora of just inspiring people just like us that are all trying and doing the same thing and motivating each other on. And I mean, there's over 2,500 people just in one of the Facebook groups, and then some of the teams have branched out and have other teams as well, other groups, and so it's been really great. It's been fun this last year, and but being plugged in is where it's at. Being plugged in, being able to Facebook chat with somebody saying, "Hey, I have a question. You know, what do you think about this? You know, or I'm stuck here," or you know, we have several options for people with that with questions, and obviously your sponsor will ultimately be your first avenue to get your questions answered. And if not, we have a help desk, and then there's several other resources that you can use. But for a small investment of $19.95, you can really change your financial future in a serious way. And we've seen it, and everyone else here on the panel has seen it, and it's been absolutely amazing. Let's see here. Does anybody on the panel want to say anything else before we say bye?
No, I would just say for everybody out there, because I think a lot of people are in the living to survive mode, is if you try this, just watch the training and focus on the process. Don't worry about the result. Don't worry about selling. Just get great at listing items and just list items, and the rest will take care of itself.
Yeah, I agree, Bob. I think that's it. I think what happens is you're just plugged away at just listing items and getting your items listed. It seems like the sales just start happening.
They do.
That's been my testimony, is I just start listing away, try to max out your listings. And plus, in the back in the Dream Team back office, we have all the tools we need to get started, goal setting and whatnot. So we definitely help you out there as well. So awesome. Anyone else have any final thoughts? Andrew, Dan, Julia?
I will say this, Alessandro, is we all make mistakes, you know, at all levels. You know, I jumped on to Elite, bought Genesis, and when I went to the event and all that. And the truth is, you know, it's a learning curve, and if you don't invest in yourself, then you know what are you doing? If you're not growing, what are we doing? You know, what I have found with the Dream Team is that every time I think, you know what, I need to take my business and use this tool or that tool. I need to use something for marketing, or it's all there. You guys have like been there, done that, and already have all the tools that we need already ready for us, to where we don't have to go out and look and find it somewhere else or buy it from XYZ company or whatever. Everything that we need is right at our disposal with the Dream Team, and so I'm grateful to that I'm part of the Dream Team, and thank you so much again for having me on this Hangout.
Awesome.
Yeah. I like to say, like, you guys give us the Lamborghini, you fill it with gas, you give us the key, you give us the map. All we have to do is turn the key and drive it. And I don't know any other company that does that. So it's all just there. I mean, literally, it's laid out for you. You just have to just do it.
The reality is that you can make enough money to probably buy a Lamborghini someday with that.
Lamborghini and 2 or 3, I guess.
All right, awesome. Anybody else have any final thoughts?
Just do it.
Share a goal with you guys. You guys
Just do it. Go out there. You know, it's just be the star and shine like you're supposed to be. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, just go for it. No fear.
Yep.
All right, so those of you, if you were invited to this webinar or invited to this Hangout by somebody, get back with that person that invited you and ask them any questions that you may have about DS Domination, and get started. Don't waste another minute, but get started. For $19.95, it's a shoo-in. I mean, it's just, how could you not? And get started and ask any questions that you might have. For those of you that are just getting started in DS Domination, videos, trainings, stay plugged in the Facebook group, stay plugged in through the bi-weekly trainings that Roger has. Get with your sponsor, ask your sponsor, hey, what do I need to do? I need to get this thing going. I need to put my foot on the gas and make this happen. You could see success in 30 days. You could see massive success. Well, you'll see success in 24 hours, but I'm talking about getting to a point where you're going to say goodbye to your boss. That can happen very soon, like for most people. Other than that, I want to thank our panelists, Andrew, Dan, Ophelia, Bob. You guys are awesome. You're an inspiration to the Dream Team. We are truly honored to have you guys with the Dream Team, and thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And for the rest of you guys, we will see you later.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Alessandro.
Thanks,
Thank
Alessandro.
you, everybody.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.